All right, guys, just a few quick definitions here about some different types of angles that we have. We saw this on our Math is Fun website, but we're just going to review real quick. Complementary angles are two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Complementary, okay? Complementary angles, 90 degrees, we know that is a right angle. So sometimes you hear the saying, it's always right to be complementary. And this time they're taking the word complementary, meaning to give someone a compliment rather than in reference to angles, but the word play is still there. Complementary angles are two angles whose sum is 90 degrees. Supplementary angles are two angles whose sum is 180 degrees. Okay? Adjacent angles are angles that share a common side. And you heard Scotty there in the background. He agrees with that statement. Angles that share a common side. And we'll see an example of that here down below. An acute angle measures between 0 and 90 degrees. A lot of times you'll hear somebody say it measures less than 90 degrees. That's kind of the same idea. That's fine. Obtuse angles measure between 90 degrees and 180 degrees. This one we have to be a little bit more specific. You can't just say it measures greater than 90 degrees, because if the angle is greater than 180, there's a different kind of classification for it, but not one that we're going to look into. So when you're talking about an obtuse angle, make sure you do have that limit on there, lower limit of 90, upper limit of 180 degrees. And then a right angle measures 90 degrees. One that I did leave off was a straight angle, and a straight angle is 180 degrees for the straight. So let's name some different types of angles. Here we have angle DEF. You saw in the last video that you have to name the angles using consecutive points. So DEF, that middle point's going to always be the vertex where you change direction. Angle DEF, and because I have this little box here in the corner, that's our guarantee and our information that this is going to be a right angle. This angle is 90 degrees. Here we have angle GHK. You could have called it angle KHG, but that's just the way that I named it. Angle GHK, we don't know the exact measure, but we do know that it's greater than 100 or than 90 degrees, but it doesn't quite make a straight line. So we're just going to call it obtuse. It's an obtuse angle. Over here on the right, angle LMN would be this angle right here, and angle NMP, this angle right here. If you look at the relationship, those two angles come together to make angle LMP, which would be a straight angle. The straight angle is 100 degrees, which makes them also supplementary. So I'm going to call them supplementary. But if you look closer, they also do take another piece of definition in here, or they do have another definition that we could call them. They are adjacent. They do share this common side, M and N, right here. This side MN is a side of this angle, and it's a side of this angle. So I'm going to say they are supplementary and adjacent. Okay, so hopefully you were able to figure those out as we went through. Just a little bit of information, recapping some definitions that we had, and getting a little bit of practice naming some different types of angles, looking for the relationships there. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Good luck.